Hi guys, in this class we're going to be working with something I call the X factor. So sometimes we think things are like right or left sides in the body, but our patterns run in an X shape in the body. If you've got like a kind of a right shoulder thing, check in with what's going on with your left knee, all right? Right ankle, left hip, just start noticing there's kind of an X factor pattern in the body. We've got these spiral lines that run through the body of fascia, and that's one of the reasons why this X factor is so prevalent, this X shape in patterns. And it can also come from if you hurt your left knee, then you're going to use your right side more maybe, or maybe you carry your bag on one side, which kind of shifts you a little bit. There are a lot of reasons why. Anyway, let's sort it out in this class today. We'll start in child's pose. So it's always nice to start here, just take a couple of breaths and check in. And then go ahead and lift up into a tabletop position. Now, we're going to start with this right arm. So to me, this is important. If you normally like swing your arm up and then swing it through, in this class, I want to approach it a little bit differently, where you're moving more deliberately. So take the right arm and reach it through to the other side until you're literally almost like choking yourself, all right? That's how far you want to go. That's going to define how far you get into this. Then lay down on the back of the arm. Take the left leg out to the side. So now I will hold on to my foot. That helps to keep me in place. If you feel like you're going to roll out of this, you're doing it right, honestly. So you're going to start to bring the gaze up toward the ceiling, all right? I'm lucky to have a wall right here because that's going to keep me from rolling out of this. But you can just start to, I'm going to scoot my foot up a little bit higher. That gives me more leverage. And you want to think about getting both shoulders on the floor. It may not happen today, but one day. Now if I let go, I'm literally going to roll out of this. So just adjust until you can find a spot where you're staying in it and really getting deep up into that upper right quadrant of the back, deep back shoulder. You're also in this is a huge twist and really good compression in this twist. Great for the abdominal organs. I feel like I'm cheating. If you don't have a wall, then look, if I don't use the wall, I'm literally rolling out of this. So maybe it's good to position yourself where you've got something behind you that you can hold on to. But also don't be afraid of rolling out of it, because rolling around as an adult is super important. Getting somersaults back into your life. So let's just take about 3 more deep breaths here. This area is hard to reach. This is a kind of a complicated position, but it's really one of the only ways to get into that upper quadrant of the back. One more breath. Good. Start to come back onto the knee. Use the hand to push back up into a tabletop here. And then we're going to do that on the other side. I'm going to take my left arm in and reach as far as I can until my right arm is right in my neck. Come onto the back of the arm. straighten that right leg. Now I don't have anything to hold on to, so I'm probably gonna, it's all right to roll out of this. But what we're dealing here with now we're in that left shoulder. You're gonna get that deep stretch and that twist here. And if you've never done this before, don't worry about how deep you're getting into it. Just take your time, so that this is also like teaching the body a completely different shape as well. So you want to, may not reach, but now I'm trying to get my right shoulder onto the floor. It's really hard to breathe, for me anyway, so conscious, deep breaths. Good, 2 more deep breaths here. And slowly bring that knee back onto the mat. Use the hand to lift up to a tabletop. And just have a seat on the heels for a moment. That is like super deep, super intense. So give yourself time to absorb this new information. Then we're going to come onto the belly and move. We're going to move side to side a little bit more dynamically here, but doing the complete opposite of that shape. All right. So we'll start here with the left arm. I'll take my left arm out to the side and step back with the right foot. So this is completely the opposite, but we're still getting into that X factor shape here, from my right hip to my left shoulder. And then go ahead and move dynamically side to side. Take that right arm out, step away back. So before the attention was on getting both shoulders on the mat, and now think about getting both buns on the mat, all right? Really good fluid movement. Big twist. I am keeping my head lifted the whole time. It's just more comfortable for me on my neck. You can put a block under your head. We will ultimately get into this and stay more static. Let's do a couple more each side. All right, and then let's go ahead and stay on this side. So if you want to put a block under the head, you can, or just let the head rest. But now the emphasis here is, and make sure your palm is facing down. The emphasis here is on letting that leg be heavy and both buns reaching toward the floor. Getting into that beautiful line of fascia, that big X shape. So good for you. And breathe. Big, deep breaths. One more breath. Good. Let's go ahead and move on over to the other side. Think about this right bun, or your top bun, getting getting all the way to the mat. Doesn't mean it necessarily will. That's might take time, might never happen, doesn't matter. Just that's where the attention is, and just letting that soften. And slow that breath down. You can teach the nervous system that everything's okay just by taking charge of the breath and slowing it down. Three more deep breaths. Just notice where you can take that breath. Start to slowly roll back onto the belly here. Hang out on the belly, take a few breaths, just kind of let all of that sink in. This is huge. If you do this every day, it's going to change everything. It'll change how you walk, it'll change the flexibility from side to side and front and back, just by focusing on that X factor theory. All right, you guys. See you later.